San Juan County. That makes 23 deaths in Utah. There are now 2,805 cases, up 122 from yesterday. Nearly 56,000 people have been tested.
State leaders say we are making progress in the fight against the coronavirus, so much so that today they unveiled the plan to reopen the state's economy. As Fox 13's Ben Winslow reports, some restrictions could be lifted by the end of the month.
We are faring far better than we had hoped, but we know that there are many that are struggling.
State leaders unveiled version 2.0 of the governor's plan to recover from the health and economic crises of the coronavirus pandemic.
Many have lost jobs. They've lost their businesses. They've been furloughed.
By early May, the governor says he'd like to allow sit-in dining in restaurants, elective surgeries, and reopening gyms. Today, he lifted restrictions to state parks.
All this, again, depends upon continued adherence to our stay safe, stay home directive.
But Utahns will still have to social distance and wear masks as cases of COVID-19 are not going away.
We must all continue our enhanced hygiene and social distancing. Businesses must be vigilant in keeping workspaces clean. Companies should be sensitive to their high-risk employees and continue to encourage remote working whenever possible. Most importantly, common sense and good judgment must reign supreme.
The state unveiled a possible timeline of returning to some normalcy, showing things completely recovered by 2022. We'll use a color-coded system to determine what areas of Utah get restrictions lifted. We're in red right now.
To orange, then to yellow, then to green. That's back to normalcy on the other end. But as the president has so appropriately said, that does not mean that all the state is going to be green. It may be that some of the state, or maybe the most of it, we'd hope is green, but there might be a couple of hot spots that maybe are yellow or orange.
State health officials were not present at the governor's news conference, but the Utah Department of Health says it has been consulted on the reopening plan.
Still protect the health and safety of people and allow economic opportunity to resume. But that was not at the exclusion of health care.
Again, the governor says all of this depends on you. If you follow directives on social distancing and staying at home, this will happen. If not, the plan falls apart. On the Hill, Ben Winslow, Fox 13 News, Utah. Lawmakers on Utah's Capitol Hill continue their virtual special session to deal with coronavirus. Today, the House passed a bill to create its own commission to reopen Utah. This is in addition to Governor Gary Herbert's Coronavirus Task Force and the Economic Recovery Task Force. This commission would give advice to the governor by next week and also make him respond to their recommendations. Lawmakers today say the economy should reopen as soon as possible.
While I'm concerned about the health and well-being of each Utah citizen, and my heart goes out to those who have lost family members, and particularly and specifically Representative Ballard, the passing of her father, I'm much more concerned about the economy of Utah and the economy of this nation.
We know that this virus is going to be with us for the next 6 to 24 months, at least, and we cannot continue to stay home and stay safe.
The governor says he will work with the legislature on coronavirus response efforts. The special session continues next week.
As a sign of better times to come, Salt Lake County made changes to one of the state's strictest stay-at-home orders today. Fox 13's Haley Higgins reports on the effect on restaurants.
At Trolley Winco's 3 locations,
Get rid of it.
I'm ripping down these signs.
Do not enter. We will come to your car.
Beginning Friday night, customers here and at thousands of other restaurants can now walk inside to order takeout.
It's nice. You know, we honestly miss, especially in this business, it's the interaction makes a world of a difference.
The move comes 1 month after strict public health orders prohibited sit-down dining in restaurants to prevent the spread of COVID-19. Restaurants lucky enough to have drive-up and takeout options are still barely holding on.
It's definitely hurting. We're not making any money.
On Friday, Salt Lake County Mayor Jenny Wilson also announced that self-isolation at home is no longer required for the 1.2 million residents. Encouraged by promising COVID-19 numbers, state and local leaders are preparing to slowly open up the economy.
We haven't seen enough success to feel that we can go from 0 to 100 and lift restrictions fully, but we are seeing some progress.
Cree says about 50% of his employees can't work right now, and he hopes to bring them all back when customers can come in, sit down, and eat again.
We all just keep our cool for a couple more weeks, and I think I'm optimistic about it all, yeah.
All right, your total's 3302. In Midvale, Haley Higgins, Fox 13 News, Utah.
Hundreds of people plan to rally in downtown Salt Lake City tomorrow night, all in an effort to encourage local leaders to reopen the economy. Fox 13 Sydney Glenn talked with the organizer of the event. Sydney.
Yeah, a former Salt Lake City police officer is the one behind the rally and the group Utah Business Revival. The group is against reopening the economy slowly, like the governor announced earlier today. Instead, they want the economy to reopen immediately.
I believe we should be able to go to work as of yesterday.
Eric Moutsos wants Utah's economy to be reopened immediately.
We're still going to have a virus, and we're going to have the effects of a crashed economy, and we can't do it.
As a small business owner himself, he started the Facebook group Utah Business Revival, which now has thousands of members. Saturday, they're planning a rally in a downtown park where everyone is asked to order takeout from a local business.
It's more of a message to say, hey, look, we can do this, and we can do it safely, and we can do it efficiently, and we can open up Utah immediately.
Salt Lake County Mayor Jenny Wilson says this is a violation of the county's health order.
But I would caution people, mass gatherings are our biggest enemy. They're her biggest enemy.
Wilson also cautioned people about the dangers of attending.
Mass gatherings and people living, really in these tight conditions are what's leading to these flare-ups of the virus.
Social distancing will be encouraged, Moutsos says, but can't be forced. He believes the stay-at-home orders in several counties across the state are unconstitutional and hopes this will send a message to get the state's economy back up and running.
Not being able to provide for your family, in my opinion, food for your family, not being able to provide is a bigger health crisis than any virus on any planet.
Yeah, so this event is going to be tomorrow night at 5 o'clock in a downtown Salt Lake City park. Which one is yet to be determined. The organizers say they will release that information on their Facebook page about 30 minutes before the event. I did catch up with Salt Lake City Police today. They say they will not intervene unless absolutely necessary. Live in downtown Salt Lake City, Sydney Glenn, Fox 13 News, Utah.
Thank you, Sydney. Governor Gary Herbert did release a statement about the rally saying, quote, "We're grateful that organizers of this weekend's protests have encouraged people to follow social distancing, and we urge people to take these recommendations seriously. Large group gatherings are dangerous and can be one of the largest factors in quick transmission of COVID-19.
The Tri-County Health Department is revising the health order for its residents. This includes residents of Daggett, Duchesne, and Uinta counties. Starting Monday, anyone in a public place where social distancing is not possible must wear a face mask. Medical-grade masks should be reserved for healthcare workers and first responders. The health department says that will allow gyms, fitness centers, and hair and nail salons to reopen so the economy can start getting back to normal.
Stay up to date on COVID-19 by going to fox13now.com. Just click on the coronavirus tab at the top to find the latest numbers and headlines. There's also a symptom checker and other resources to keep you and your loved ones safe.
We have an update now on breaking news we brought you at 5 o'clock. South Jordan police say a 56-year-old man died in a motorcycle crash